Well, hey, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show, and in this episode, I want to talk to you about the 7 woodworking projects that I have found tend to sell the best. Let's dive in. Well, hey, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show. I want to talk to you in this video about the 7 woodworking projects that tend to sell the best. Now, if you've been following my stuff at all, you know what my #1 driver is of my business, and it is custom furniture. And we're going to save that one for last. I'm going to go into some details on that. But there are other woodworking or handmade products that you can make that are going to be profitable. And I want to talk to you about some of those today as well. So #1 is cutting boards. Now, obviously, it's almost a rite of passage, right, for woodworkers. Like, you've got to build a cutting board. Well, the thing about cutting boards is that if you build a really high-end, fine cutting board that's bad to the bone, you can charge $300 or $400, especially if you can offer some type of customization, like laser engraving or something that's more customized to the client, okay? So you look at like maple, walnut, and you start doing really intricate designs, these boards can really start selling for pretty substantial money. And really, when you think about how much material you're using, you're really not using a whole lot of material, and you're really not spending a ton of time with intricate details on the finishing. Now, you do have to put a juice groove in. You know, you do have to put handles in the side. You do have to sand this thing really, really, really good. So there is some time invested, but not as much time as there would be like a dining table per se. But you're also not going to make the same type of money on it that you would a dining table. But this is one of those things that you can get into that's relatively simple, relatively easy, and you can create these, post them on Facebook Marketplace, post them on your personal page, and probably sell some without any issue. So #2, the second woodworking project that tends to sell the best is wall decor or signs. This is actually what kind of got me into business. If I can kind of go back to my origin story a little bit here, is there was a gentleman in our hometown that owned a sign company. He was like 27 years old and selling like millions of dollars worth of these signs every year. And I was fascinated with this. This was really before I was an entrepreneur. I was fascinated with this. Actually quit my job and started working for him really to learn how business worked, to learn how this all operated and functioned. What I found was, what's really cool about wall decor and signs is that people are going to buy these multiple times. So like, if you create a beautiful brand and you offer 40 different wall decor options or signs, somebody's might buy 3, 4, 5 signs from you, even more over the course of their lifetime, because each sign is different. You know, you can have bathroom style signs, you can have bedroom style signs, you can have living room style signs, you could have custom signs. There's a million different directions that you can go with this, but it's really going to open the doors to increase the average order value or lifetime value of each of your customers. So wall decor signs is a very profitable business. When you look at margins, it can be really, really strong as long as you are being intelligent about the materials that you're using to produce these. So #3, the third woodworking project that I found that sells pretty well, and that is cornhole boards. This is one of those things that I determined that I didn't want to do cornhole boards. But there are businesses all across the country that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year selling custom cornhole boards. And there's so many different ways that you can do this. You could do, again, custom engraving. You could do overlays where you have a printer or a vinyl system to overlay custom graphics on these boards. But all in all, you can sell cornhole boards from anywhere from custom cornhole boards from anywhere from $150 to probably $300, and if you could create a system with some jigs, you could build these things out pretty fast in about half a day. Just something to think about. #4, this one is kind of unique, but one of the most profitable woodworking projects or niches that I've found has been doing like built-in closets. I've talked to lots of people that have made a good living building these built-in closets in new home construction, or people that just want to utilize more space inside each of their closets. And so you can go in. The only thing I hate about this, and it's one of those things that it's just me, I'm not going to put this on everybody, but I just hate working inside of homes. I hate working with customers looking over my shoulder. I like being able to have my own space where I can make mistakes and fix those mistakes without them being scrutinized. If you've been in this space for any amount of time, you probably feel the same way. Let me know in the comments if you do. But this is super, super profitable. It's very valuable, and you can charge pretty high premiums, especially for if you are using finer materials. If you are if you have a proven track record, you have a great finish process. Built-in closets can be really profitable. Okay, #5, floating shelves. Floating shelves are pretty simple. They're pretty easy. You basically have to create a jig or create a mount that's going to drill into the studs on the wall, and then your floating shelf is going to slide over that. And you can use metal for the wall mount, you can use wood, and then you're basically just creating a box with one side that's unfinished to slide over that mount. And I've seen these sell really, really well on Etsy. I mean, people that are just using like yellow pine from Lowe's are selling hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of floating shelves on Etsy every year. This is something that would be easy to get into. It could be an easy product offering for you. And so don't discount it, check it out. Number 6, cabinetry. Now, cabinetry is a premium product. It's also an incredibly precise product. So the pros of cabinetry, getting into the cabinetry business, is that you're gonna be able to charge really good money for what you do. The cons are you might charge really good money, but then you build all these cabinets and you go to install it on a wall and you realize that the wall is not square, or there's a bow in the wall and your cabinets don't fit, right? And so then what do you do? Well, I don't know, because I'm not in the cabinet business, but I know that that's a major problem, major issue that cabinet makers tend to run into. However, you can build a really big business in the cabinetry business. You can get in with contractors, you can get in with new homeowners, you can get in with homeowners that are trying to remodel. There's lots of options that you have there. All right, and then finally, my favorite is custom furniture. And this is what I've built my business on. This is how we've established over a $700,000 per year business. And that has been by building custom dining tables, benches, and chairs. And we still do other things as well. We do some bedroom furniture. We do conference tables. We'll do restaurant tables. This has worked so well for us because I believe it's mass market. You can market it to everybody. There's high ticket items. The average order value that right now for me and my business is probably around $3,500. With that comes pretty decent profits. And so these are what I would say are the 7 most profitable woodworking projects that I have found. Just keep in mind, once you pick one, you don't have to stay there forever, but you can definitely test the waters and try it out. So if you're watching this and you're making cutting boards and you're having a tough time, well, you may try wall decor, or you may try cabinetry, or you may try floating shelves. Now, are there different skill sets needed for all these things? Absolutely, there sure is. But you can find what is going to work best for you in the niche that you're trying to be in and with the type of client that you want to serve, and ultimately build a business that's going to support you and your lifestyle. So with that being said, guys, if this video was valuable at all, if you have any questions about any of these 7 options here, these 7 woodworking projects, leave that comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll try to respond to you, and would love to talk to you about maybe the challenges that you're having or what you've seen work really well. I'd love to hear from those of you that have been successful, and also from those of you that are struggling. Let me dive in, let me speak into your business. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this episode up. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure that you do that. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.